4K Ultra High Definition, your #1 source for local news. WRAL News, coverage you can count on.
A $30 billion spending plan passed the state Senate today with support from both parties.
WRAL Capitol Bureau Chief Laura Leslie joins us live from the Legislative Building. Laura, still some work ahead, but this is progress for state leaders.
It is progress. You know, this is the third step in the budget process. The House and Governor Cooper have already unveiled their budget proposals. Now, the Senate, the House, and the governor all have to get together and come up with their final compromise plan. And the differences they're going to have to work through are pretty substantial. Teachers and state employees groups have come out against the Senate's budget because it offers lower raises than the governor and the House called for. In his budget, Governor Roy Cooper had proposed an 18% raise for teachers over the next 2 years. The House proposed 10.2% over that time. The Senate's proposing just 4.5% for most teachers, although starting teachers would get more. For state employees, Governor Cooper proposed 8% raises over 2 years. The House called for 7.5% over 2 years, and the Senate's budget calls for just 5%. In a move that'll affect everyone, the Senate proposal includes steep cuts to the state income tax rate, dropping it by nearly half by 2030. Democratic Senator Greg Meyer warned the cuts are too deep.
The tax cuts in this budget set us on a trajectory that, if fully implemented, will dramatically diminish the capacity of the state of North Carolina to take care of its people.
Senate Leader Phil Berger said Democrats have been saying that for the past decade every time Republicans have cut taxes, and so far that hasn't happened.
We believe that because we will now have $5 billion in our rainy day reserve, that if we do hit a trough as far as revenue is concerned, we'll have the resources in order to make sure that we can continue to deal with those things that are in the budget.
The budget bill now goes back to the House, which will vote next week not to accept it. It then goes into what's called a conference committee, which is sort of a closed-door group of people who work out the final budget compromise plan. It's due by June 30th, which is the end of the fiscal year.
We know you'll be watching that closely. Laura Leslie reporting live. Thank you, Laura.